Hello everyone, my name is Ash. This is Bioware Blast, your source for quick new info revolving Dragon Age and more. Enough talk, let's get started. Last week, the novel Dragon Age: The Masked Empire became available for pre-order. Written by Patrick Weeks, Masked Empire will continue the frantic tale of Thetis and, more specifically, the rich and powerful nation of Orlais. In the year 40 of the Dragon Age, Empress Selene is called out of Orlais to deal with rumors of an elven rebellion in Halam Sharal. As the sun gates of Val Royeaux close for the first time in decades, the city dwindles into chaos and brews a civil war between Empress Selene and Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalons of the Chevaliers, while the rest of Thetis rises up in light of the Mage Templar conflict. As described on Amazon, Empress Selene of Orlais rose to the throne of the most powerful nation in Thetis through wisdom, wit, and ruthless manipulation. Now, the empire she has guided into an age of enlightenment is threatened from within by imminent war between the Templars and the Mages, even as the rebellion stirs among the downtrodden elves. To save Orlais, Selene must keep hold on her throne by any means necessary. Dragon Age: The Masked Empire will release on April 8th, 2014. You can pre-order at the link in the description on Amazon or at Barnes & Noble. Be sure to purchase early, as it is 24% off on both sites. In other news, come cosplayers, come one and all to dress as the fairest one of all. Jessica Marizen and Bioware unveiled the first character kit on the Bioware blog. The first featured is none other than Morrigan, the beautiful witch of the wilds. Announced at PAX Prime, and finally, the first installment released. Inquisition Character Kits are for all cosplayers, artists, and more who want to utilize completely accurate designs of their favorite characters within the Dragon Age series. The kit includes the entire character model, colors, patterns, and zoomed angles for Morrigan's dress and look. Also included in the kit is a description that is nothing short of foreshadowing. Let me bring your attention to one line. And while keeping to the style of the Orlesian court, the flexibility of her leather corset allows her to cast a spell or two, should a bard step out of line. Who's the bard? Is it Liliana? And what is Morrigan doing in the Orlesian court? I guess we'll wait and see. The link to the blog post is in the description, where you can find the download of the kit. Hope you enjoyed this quick blast of information. Thanks for watching. I'll be back the next time Dragon Age news comes your way. Take care, and I will see you next time.